This is going to be a random manga update on a Saturday. Just based on the first image that you see, right? The first panel, first thing that popped in my mind, I was like, oh it's Elfen Lied. That was what I thought. And as I began to read it, it definitely started screaming Elfen Lied with a little bit of Akira mixed in there. This manga goes by the name of Shojo Null. It is by Kanai Nakanishi. Now, for those of you who don't know who Kanai Nakanishi is, they wrote, I believe a while ago, I think the manga is on hiatus, rightfully so. It was called Welcome to the Special Fetish Classroom, and as you could tell from the cover of this manga and the light novel as well, it was one of those. And to see the drastic change of content, right? Going from an aggressively horny manga to something that screams, I want to try something different, but take from something that's already been overly popular. This manga is about these robots called Gijins, right? They're made out of organic materials and devoid of consciousness, according to what we were told at the beginning. They can't do anything outside of what they're told. They're like drones. And then one day, a delivery of the Gijin ends up getting into a crash and one escapes, right? From there, we end up meeting Raiha, who is our main character. Obviously, you guys know where the story is going. You got kids out here vaping and shit. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this manga, bro? What the hell is this going on about? What does this have to do with anything? Who is this character? We end up finding out, right, like as I mentioned earlier, that there was a crash and one of the Gijins had gone missing. And we end up finding out it's Fuji 93106, who we learn to be Marie later on. Raiha freaks out just for us to realize that she is living at his spot, right? Again, it really reminds me of Elfen Lied to this point, right? But this isn't what really drove that point home. The more we get to know about Raiha, the more things start to seem a little bit interesting, right? Because his dad was the leader of a rebellion group, right? I won't even say a rebellion group. It's just like the opposite faction, the ones who believe that Gijin should be treated equally. And we find out it was a device called the Gamma device that was inside of a Gijin that kept them from not being able to do what they wanted, right? So, you know, it's like some Skynet shit. And it kept them from themselves. Like you even see the lady saying that my nightmare is finally over, right? She was forced to do things that she never wanted to do. And the point that it was further trying to prove is that, you know, they all have a consciousness, right? Like that's what this was trying to prove. And for lack of a better phrase, they were trying to turn them into slaves. So that way, you know, humans could take it easier. And then what makes it even worse is the opposing faction pulls up and sprays everybody in front of our main character, right? His dad is just dead. It's from that point on that he realized that I gotta do something. I don't want to just sit back and have to deal with this. He wanted to create a world where Gijins can live normal lives. And I like that, right? MC with a purpose, who was seemingly devoid of a purpose when we first met him. One thing leads to another. Raiha and Marie were going to a convenience store. They end up running into this person named Comic Kid, and they're YouTubers. I hate this part, right? It's this stupid meta commentary about YouTubers. They end up finding out that Marie is Fuji 93106, right? Come to find out, he is the son of the man who murdered his dad, right? The leader of the police faction, right? The special public security police. So it was one of those like moments where you realize like, oh, I kind of see where this is going. We're going to get rid of the object of my revenge. So then they try to take advantage of him and the Borg breaks. One of the kids ends up taking the belongings of Marie because earlier in the chapter, Marie was holding on to, you know, parts of her former friends. So the kid throws it to the ground and then snap. Marie technically wakes up at this point and you see the look in her eyes. It gets crazy, man. They start attempting to kill each other. Marie gets cut in the face, which removes her Gamma device. Ends up realizing that this is perfect. Now I can do whatever I want to. I don't have to be held back by Skynet. Dude, this is where it got real freaky because she summoned the tentacles, man. I saw tentacles and I'm like, you freaky bitch. Are you going back to your erotica days? Is this what we're doing? But no, she ends up ripping them all apart in a very stylistic fashion. The cool thing about Raiha is he had a choice. He was given a choice by Marie. It was either, you know, kill them or not. He gave her the choice, right? He remembered what his dad said. He remembered what the lady said that they saved, the first Gijin they saved. And then he realized like how close they wanted to be, right? Marie and him. In understanding how the world was treating the Gijins, he was like, nah, man, it's your choice. You got that. And they all got murdered. And this is the point in the story where you would probably want to give up because you're like, man, well, that's that. The Borg is stuck. There's really nothing else to it. But you end up wanting to follow the story based off Marie, right? Because she wants to actually live life for once. She wants to eat good food. She wants to see all kinds of cool places. You know, she wants to make friends and all of that. And in remembering the first Gijin that he saved, once Marie was like, will you help me? He went with it because he wants to create a world where all the Gijins can live peacefully. And I respect that, bro. But I have to reiterate this statement. This is not Elfen Lied. I hope that this can, you know, create its own identity and not try to take that bar for bar, word for word, panel for panel. And this manga could actually prosper. Anyways, man, I kind of just wanted to make a video on this because I'm like, you know, I wonder what the people think. So I'll leave this up to y'all in the comment section. Let me know how y'all felt about it down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna get to editing this as soon as possible so that way you can see it and y'all can give me y'all feedback. With that being said, it's your boy, DomoSenpai, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.